Assalamu alaikum to my all students. I hope that you all are fine and enjoying your e-learning classes, and I hope that you are learning from it. Very good. So before starting our today's lesson, first we have to recite dua. So I request you all to raise your hand for dua. Good. Now recite dua along with me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi Zidni ilma. O Allah, increase my knowledge. Ameen summa Ameen. Today we are going to start our first lesson given in our textbook. So I request you all to please open your textbook. Come to page number 2. Yes, today we are going to read a poem which is Mother to Son. Basically, this is a poem is like a conversation between a mother and her son. Before going to the poem, read the poem, I would like to read these words for you first. So when we will read the poem and some difficult words will come, so we may know the meaning of it. Clear? Good. First word is acclaiming. See, there is a different type of format using writing this word with apostrophe. So let me clear you one thing, that this is an American poem and they use such type of language in writing and the pronunciation is quite different. Like a climbing. Now what does it mean? It's climbing. Clear? Next one is ant. An informal has not, also a contraction of am not. It is used as has not and for am not. Crystal, a high quality clear colorless glass. Honey, a term endearment, dear, sweetie or darling. Ice, a non-standard way of saying I have. His is he has. I is in the second instance in the poem. This stands for I am. Kinder means kind of. Landings, the flat area without steps where a stairway takes a turn. Set down means sit down, stop or rest. Splinters, sharp, slender pieces of wood broken off from the main body. Means, what are splinters? Splinters are the pieces of wood which have sharp body, which can hurt you. Tacks, short nails with a flat head used for holding down a carpet. For example, tacks are like nails which are used to hold the carpet on the floor. It is clear? Good. Shall we move on to the poem? Very good. This poem is written by Langston Hughes. He is the poet of this poem. Now, this poem is about a conversation between mother and son. So, now we are going to read this poem, and before starting this poem, I would like to give a brief idea that it is a poem that in which mother is telling about hurdles and difficulties she had faced in her life and she has been facing. So let's begin this poem. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tags in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor bare. Yes, in these lines, mother is saying to her son that she will tell you that life is not like a crystal stair for her. Means the life for her was not too much easy. It has tax in it, means that it has also she had faced difficulties in her life. Splinters is used as simile to give an idea about the difficulties. She is basically portray the difficulties she had faced in her life. And she is saying that places with no carpet on the floor means that her life was not a luxurious life. But all the time, I's been a climbing on. As we read the meaning of ice is used as I have. I have been a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners. Means that even she was facing difficulties in her life, but she never gave up and she was keep going and keep doing hard work, and she tried to reach her goals. And sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light, and sometimes she even faced the problems in too much difficult problems, but she never lost her hope, and she was keep going and keep reaching and keep climbing to her goals. So boy, don't you turn back. Now she's advising here that don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps. As the boy in the learning phase, so she's giving advice to him that don't turn back. It means that what you are doing, don't get disheartened if you are getting failure again and again. Keep doing the hard work, so one time will come when you will get the desired result.